Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Flyff. Here on the Playpark server Rhisis, and today I want to show you a little bit why I decided to play here in the first place. And I talked about it in the last video. You should probably check it out before you watch this video. But yeah, I just want to show you a little bit of the vendor, the marketplace, whatever you want to call it, and show you what items like projects, premium tickets, and most importantly, Lusaka's weapons. Weapons? Yeah, it should be weapons. What the price of those items is, because those are the items like you probably want to know. You want to know how much it costs to upgrade a set. How much does it cost when you are level 75 to deal damage? You want to know what the fashion prices are, and that's what we are looking at today. And after that I'm probably going to level up to level 15, or at least doing some level ups, but don't worry, we will be leveling up as well in this series. But I want to show this because it's really important, and maybe some of you want to play here, because it's like the complete opposite of Clockworks and also iBet and also Yggdrasil, the German server. So yeah, starting with Azria. It's directly thrown into our face when we open the vendor, and yeah, that's crazy. One day Azria costs 170 million, like one parent, pretty much, which is pretty expensive. I think it's just because of the reason that there are no events where you can get Azria ticket on this server, or like almost non-events. So it's pretty difficult to get those. I think those are just from the cash shop. I'm not 100% sure on this, but pretty sure it's just from cash shop, so you have to pay real money to get those. That's why they are so expensive. That's pretty negative. But the funny thing is, that's the only negative point. We're going to projects next, and this is... You have to keep in mind, this server launched... I don't know the exact date, I have to look it up, but it was October 2018. So it's 2.5 years old. And now watch what the project prices are. It's absolutely absurd. It's crazy. I don't know how this is possible. Scroll of A project. One of the most important scrolls in the game. 24.9 million. On average, 25 million. A quarter parent for an A project on a 2.5 years old server. This is completely crazy. I really don't know how this is possible. It's crazy. I really don't get it. I don't know how to explain it to you. There might be some explanations, but I can just... Wow. It's crazy. Scroll of S product. Same thing. 30 million. Nothing. It's for free. You can just take everything. It's free. It's free money. F product. Fashion. Combining system. Premium. I don't know. Oh no, in English it's F product. Yeah. I always mix it up with the German one. In German it's costume project. Which is pretty German, of course. Scroll of G product. 38 to 50 million. I don't know what happened here. It's like this guy is like 40 million. Yeah, 40 million, and this guy's 50 million. I don't know what happened there. Maybe some misunderstanding. But yeah, it's crazy. And Scroll of G product Baruna, and also a very important scroll in the game right now. 140 million. It's crazy. I have to show it in a I really had to show this in a separate video because it's so crazy. It's like discovering a world where no duping and no bot using exists. I know it exists also on this server. I'm not stupid. I know that, but it's crazy. Those prices are like insane. Now, the most important thing, and really take a deep breath, sit back, sit down, most importantly, because you might fall over. Watch at those. I can't believe it. Look what a Lusaka's X costs in the vendor. It's... I don't know. I mean, those are actually not great, but you can pick one which is not that negative. I mean, this one has like -4 STA and +3 intelligence, which is not bad. This one has -7 dex, which is also not that bad. This one is pretty good. It has -7 intelligence and -50 HP for 30 million. 30 million. You have to play like 20 minutes to get that. I mean, it might be a little bit exaggerating, but it's crazy. I don't know how this is possible. It's so crazy. Yeah, sorry for dragging this on so much, but I think it's really important to show this, because this is just like, this is why I wanted to start on the server. Of course, you have to say that not everything is cheap on the server. Oh, I forgot about the fashion. Oh, yeah. Now there are a few problems. Azria is one, but there's another problem, which is a pretty big problem actually. And this is fashion. Because the Playpack server has a big problem with fashion sets, and that is because most of the fashion which ever came out on the server is extremely rare. Even bad fashion sets on the server in events, I mean, you get like 95% of fashion sets which give effects either from the cash shop or from events, mostly from events. And the problem on the Playpack server is that most of the time, I mean, I always watch like new events and stuff going down on the Playpack server, because at least in the past there were most events launched several weeks or months before they went to our server. So I always like just kind of interested. Okay, what are the new items like? What are the rates like? Because Playback often posts the rates on any item. So like, you know, okay, when I open this box, I have like a 0.00 or 0.01% to get this item, which is kind of nice actually. Nice to know. And the problem is that because of those low percentages, because this was just an example, but actually it is most of the time like 0 point something. The best you can get on the server is like 0.5, which is not that great. You have to open 200 boxes to get a decent chance of getting the item. And yeah, that shows in the price of those items. Upgraded enhanced pirate set, which is pretty recent and also pretty good actually, is pretty expensive. And that's almost all of the fashion set right now in the vendor which gives any effect. There's like pretty much nothing. We can search for pirate directly, so you can see what the price of the set approximately is. I think it's like almost 40 Perrin, I mean, sorry. Yeah, so we're starting with the Cloak, which is actually the cheapest item of the set. And this is pretty good actually, because the Cloak is, at least when you buy it part per part, one by one, then the Cloak is probably the best item, because it gives XP rate, all stats, speed, which is not that unimportant, and also cast time, which is good for casters. And yeah, which is like around 300 million. Then we go on to the suit, which is like 700, the cheapest ones. Then comes the hat, which is pretty expensive with almost 1.5, and the gauntlets with also almost 1.5 billion. So roundabout we're looking at, this is 3.7. Yeah, it's pretty much 40 Perrin, as I said before. And that's a big problem, because that's actually a lot of money on the server, and you also have to acknowledge the fact that event items and stuff like that are pretty bad in the server. So as I mentioned in the beginning, you have a hard time like just grinding event by event out and getting every item from the event it's pretty it's not expensive, it's pretty difficult to get every item, because those events are, as I said, most of the time split up into collecting items from the collector's field and also farming items, and you also have only 2 windows to play with. So if you are killing monsters, you can't really collect items at the same time. It's pretty much impossible if you only have one device and don't find a way around the rulebook. And yeah, that's a little bit of a problem, but I'm stunned by the price system on the server. It's just like completely different than our servers. I never saw a server that was like that, and I think it's pretty exciting because it's just something completely different. Also, there's a lot of traffic on the server. There are a lot of people online right now because I'm playing in the middle of the night. Just to show you a little bit of the more active side of the server, because last time when I logged in it was like 3 AM in the Philippines, so pretty much no one was around. Now it's looking completely different. And keep in mind, everyone technically has only 2 windows to play with. So those are actually a few hundred players. Approximately. Maybe not really, but I mean there are different channels, and also people are not all in the city of Florine. They're just running around and leveling up and stuff like that. So not everyone is in Florine. Keep that in mind. By the way, look at this. Refresh out 6 million. Activation 1.5. Gritty 1.5. Scroll sprint 1.2. Fun 800. What the hell? By the way, another reason to play on the server, I actually totally forgot, even though I used it a lot of times actually. There's a logout button. Yeah. Do you want to disconnect? Yes. Please. Yeah, it's pretty funny. So, actually, the video is going to end here very soon, because I'm not pushing to level 15 just yet, and you might be wondering, what the hell am I doing right now? Well, it's actually way more relaxing, and I don't want to say funnier, but just a more old school experience to level up to level 15 by the quest system. And also it's actually not even that much slower than killing monsters. At least when you're not using experience scrolls, which I'm not doing right now. Not yet, at least. And now I want to ask you a question, because in the last video I said I might want to play a Psykeeper, a Magician. Well, we can finish the quest right now. 30% for free on both characters, of course. I'm doing it simultaneously. Yeah. So, what's the next quest? I think killing La Wolf. Oh, no, it's... Oh, yeah, it's Doridoma and La Wolf. So, my question is, do you want me to really play a Psykeeper? I mean, I would do it. No worries at all. But it's insane. Lusaka's I didn't look it up when I haven't looked it up until after the last video. So when I talked about it in the last video about Psykeeper and stuff like that, I didn't know about the prices. I didn't know that a Lusaka's I mean, I knew it was low, but I didn't know it was that low. So yeah, I'm kinda... I'm not sure, because it's so cheap to play a blade on the server, which is a thing no one ever said about any server at all. So it would be pretty much... I think it would be stupid to not play a blade, but I would do it if you want me to. So I don't really care. I mean, this is just a just for fun series, trying to like connect a little bit to the English community in a sense, and yeah, just like provide content, information and stuff like that to also viewers that don't speak German. And I think that's the most important thing. So the gameplay, as I already mentioned in the last video, is not that important. I will play a lot off screen and just show the results in the videos. I mean, there will be some gameplay, there will be some grinding, of course, but it's not heavily centered on the grinding. It's not heavily centered on the gameplay. So yeah, we could totally play whatever we want. We don't have to play a Psykeeper, but if you want me to, I can. I also didn't show up the other prices for other Lusaka's weapons, but it's pretty much the same. It's not really a difference. It's everything is cheap, basically. Lusaka's Vent, Lusaka's big sword and stuff like that is also 1 million a piece, so it's like for free, pretty much. And yeah, so there's no problem at all with that. And yeah, so we can play whatever class we want. It's pretty much the same. Oh, we have to be careful. Oh, it worked. Oh, I thought I wasn't in range with the other character. Which would be not so good. Yeah. And you can leave me a comment what you think I should play. You can also upvote another comment which already says what you think or what you would pick. And as I already said, I don't really care. I would play whatever you want me to. Psykeeper sounds pretty interesting, to be honest. Also with the fact that you can't easily awake your stuff, which is actually a little bit more difficult than I thought. It's more complicated than I thought, because there are shops which are selling heavily awaked stuff, like on any other server, but almost everyone is running around with no awakenings on their equipment. So it's pretty interesting that the good equipment is unawaked and the bad stuff has awakenings. So I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure what's going on the server. I might have to find it out sooner or later, probably. But yeah, as I already mentioned, leave a comment below what you should think, think I should play, and yeah, I'm probably gonna pick the most upvoted comment. There are 2 comments with the same amount of likes or something like that, then I might pick what I prefer more. But as I said, I pretty much played every class in the game for at least some time, so there's nothing I am really afraid of, and there's also nothing I am... Well, I mean, I won't play any troll class, that's for sure, because on this server it's a little bit harder than on other servers, so I won't play 101 Ringmaster, I won't play full STR staff Elementor or stuff like that, crit Elementor, nothing like that, but yeah, something, whatever you came up with. So that's pretty much it for this video. Next time we will finally reach level 15 and pick our class, and sooner or later we will also use the experience growth to level up as fast as possible to level 75, so we can start grinding out some equipment. And with that being said, I wish you guys a great weekend. A great week, I wanted to say. Not a weekend, the weekend is just over. A great week, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.